Alright folks, and welcome back to another guitar tutorial lesson. And today, now we're going to have a look at Love Symphony number 1, which is not so easy to play on the guitar, if I'm honest with you. So I'm going to kind of show you the bones of the record and sort of leave it in your imagination a little bit. What I did with this is I played the piano on the track, and I'm not really a piano player, so I'd actually been trying to teach myself a Mozart piece during the lockdowns of 2021, and kind of not really knowing what I was playing, went in and ended up coming up with that with like a little pressing on that bum 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 bum, and that progression goes with it. There's a lot of like guitar arrangements you hear in the little violin runs and trumpet runs that were all done on a guitar. There were no synthesizers used on that track. And then in like the middle section, the gospel choirish section, that was based off a chord progression on the guitar, which I'll show you. And again, I'm just creating those chords with using I think 3 or 4 part harmonies, and then singing the parts over the top of those. And it was an idea I had of creating, instead of playing the guitar and then singing over the top, create the wall of sound and then sing over the top. So I want to take what was on the guitar and transpose it to the throat, which is nothing groundbreaking. I think choirs have been doing that for thousands of years. I can't claim that. But let's start with the very basics, the intro, which is D major. Is it in the lap of the gods? B. So sad it ends as it began. That's major into A major. Speak now, be such a waste. G major. Silent sentiments on the self-pen playwright. Again, those little vocal harmonies, just thirds and stuff. Now it comes into that piano part. So it wasn't written on the guitar actually, because a lot of the time things I write on, when I play piano on tracks, I write them on the guitar, transpose them and figure out how to do it on the record. This one was different. This was actually written on the piano, so I had to transpose it from the piano to the guitar, which in short, it's C major, A minor, D minor, G major. Now you can do that little piano run a little bit on the C chord, where it goes, which is just, so it's just for that pinky just running, just sitting underneath the C major chord. So you got C major, and then you just run on that 3rd fret, just straight along the strings, and that's that do 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 sound you get on the piano. Harder to do on the other chords I make with the guitar anyway, but some of you guitar maestros might be watching this and go, oh, I know how to do that, and fiddle around, do it up here and teach me something and make me look like an idiot, potentially. So I'll play it in like a rhythm, sort of, so you can get the feel of the changes with the chords. But essentially it's just why when it comes into the guitar solo, it's doing the same thing, and it just solves those little trumpety, which were done on the guitar. It's just so it's just on the G, holding that G, coming into the solo. Pretty sure it just goes down like that. Yeah. G, F sharp, major, F major, E major into. You get that little nod to bow rap with the coming into the Vote Gospel Choir, which is D, 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 D. Gospel choir part, right? Essentially the ahs that are built around it are just G sharp major, so 4th fret and a minor shape. G sharp, sorry, that's not major. G sharp minor into A major, into F sharp minor, into B, which I think it's just got a beautiful transition, those chords. I'd been wanting to use them in something for a while. So you've just got and that's the whole structure is the same. What you will notice between the male line and the female line is they're talking to each other in the conversation. That just the notes for that are just sit an octave lower and then switch, and the vocals it's just that switching. So there's a little. Don't do much on the guitar unless, of course, you're one of these maestros who are going to figure out how to like play all of that. You know, those guys who can do that finger picking. You know, it's beyond my capabilities, evidently. So then we come to the rock section. This little riff, even I still struggle to play. It is not easy. It is a hard riff. So you have A. Sorry, it would be D. So you start on your D, so 5th fret, 2nd string, A string, 5th fret, D, D, E, F, F sharp, A, D, A, F sharp, F, E. So you get so it just repeats, then flips. Then it moves up 2 frets to the E, repeats. So E, F sharp, G, G sharp, slide up 2, to your B, 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 G sharp, G, F, E. So that little riff is just. So I told you, even I struggle with it. It is a hard one to do because it's the opposite to what you're trained to do usually with the guitar and your fingers. You want to do different things. Anyway, then it goes into, slides back down to, and this is the rock section of the song. So it's just this little bluesy riff. So it's just D with a little run to go D, E, F. So it's just a basic 12-bar blues movement. So did right out love something, and then you drop down to the same shape, drop down 2 strings. So D, I think that F, C, D, down 2 frets to the 3rd, C, and then slide in. Say I love you. Too late to say I love you. C, then the guitar run. Do 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 do. D, do 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 do. E, do 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 do. And those little runs are just. So C, D, D sharp, and then E, E on that 12th. And then it just goes back to the very beginning. Say I love you. Can you still say I love you? Little piano fade. Do, 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 do. Is it in the lap of the C major? That's all that is. That's all that is. So, hopefully you've learned something from this. As I said, it's a complex song. There's a lot going on in it. So listen to the track. Try and remember the things. Try and remember the little riffs that I showed you to the best that you can. And like always, learn them. Like I say, record them. You doing the covers of them. Send them to me. I love seeing them. It makes my day. And try and perfect it. Make them better than I have on the guitar. As I said, standard tuning guitar. It's all you need. So right then, you crazy fuckers. Enjoy, and I'll see you soon. And thank you for buying Love Symphony, by the way. That's really been nice.